Welcome back to the Tuners Update Episode 2. Right now, it's all about these missions because these missions are pretty awesome. And once again, I do apologize for the latency in these videos, but this is not my full-time job. So please show me your support by liking the video and subscribing if you're new. And maybe one day I can make this my full-time job. That would be a dream come true. So I load in and I'm ready to seize the day, ready to make a good $165,000. And I'm gonna have a little bit of help in this one as I promised in my last episode, so without further delays, let's begin. But of course, first things first, I have to take some deliciously infectious fake cola, and I'm surprised at how opposite my GTA character is from me in real life because he just throws the empty can on the floor as if the maid is gonna pick it up. But enough of this monotony, it's time to make some money. I proceed to deposit the money that I had from my last mission so that I'm not completely broke in my bank account, or at least GTA standards broke. Then I have to remember to register as the CEO, and I almost forgot to hire my new associate. Introducing Ferguson T. You all should know him from my last Heist with Randoms video. So I begin the mission and we are ready for action. I decided to do the Superdollar Deal because of the way it sounds. It sounds as if I'm running to the supermarket to catch some good deals on meat, just like in real life. Except no one calls it supermarket anymore. What is this, the 50s? The first mission is the tracking device. This mission is relatively easy. We go ahead and take Ferguson's Deluxo. He wanted to drive, so I let him. His Deluxo is a salmon pink, so you know that it's manly. Putting the word salmon in front of pink is like a mating call for the ladies if human beings had mating calls. The salmon pink is a crew color for Ferguson, but for some reason my PlayStation did not record the color of the car. And I don't really know why. And it totally sucks because I had a lot of pink jokes I was going to say, but oh well, life moves on, I guess. Everything actually runs pretty smoothly, and I don't even feel like I do much because he just blows everything up with his heat-seeking missiles. And this is why I love the Deluxo. The tracking on the missiles are amazing. One of these days, I might do a Deluxo review, but then Rockstar slammed us with this update, so here we are. I actually make it, and I'm afraid that I'm gonna die, so I jump in the tank. So yeah, I can't die now. I have to lose the cops, but there's no way I'm going to do that in a slow tank, so I proceed to get out of it, and then I think to myself, maybe if I died and respawn, there won't be any cops. Well, that's exactly what happened. But when I respawn, Ferguson still had the cops on him, and he happened to fly right above me, so I proceed to get the cops on me again. Thanks a lot, Ferguson. So I blow myself up, telling Ferguson not to fly near me again, but he doesn't listen. This is harder than expected, actually. The mission itself is super easy, but sometimes you can make it hard yourself. Not trying to dog Ferguson, but come on, man. Just don't fly over me. Of course, I am kidding. I mean, it was still super fun. I had a good time doing it, so Ferguson, I'm just joking, man. I try to drown myself, but then I lose the cops, and so does Ferguson, so win-win, I guess. But of course, there is this random player in the submarine that is making me poop my pants because I think he's trying to kill me, but then I realize he's just going after the cops, so thank you, random player. We are ready for the next setup. Next up, we have the virus software. I start the mission, and I proceed to get into my Sparrow, not because I don't like pink, I mean salmon pink cars, but because Ferguson decides to go his own way. Ferguson ends up getting to the location early, and he spooks the hacker that we're supposed to follow, so I decided to tell him to wait on me so that we can just go together. But that was a mistake because it actually puts us too far behind, and we end up losing the mission because we are supposed to follow him even after we spook him. Another side note, I said earlier that the crew color for some reason wasn't coming up in my earlier recording, but for some reason it's coming up in this recording, so I don't know what the deal was. So yeah, as you can see, I wasn't lying. His Deluxo is a pink-ish color. So we are flipping back to square two, and I say square two because this is the second mission, and I say flipping because he decides to do 6 front flips in his Deluxo all the way down to the ground. Smooth landing, man. Let's try this again. This time we won't end up losing him. This time he accidentally kills him. I guess that makes this mission a lot easier though, because now all we have to do is search his pockets for his address. this actually speeds up the mission a little bit, and only you have to lose the cops now. That's really the only difference. So we lose the cops, and that's exactly what Ferguson does. He searches his pockets. Well, he's supposed to be searching his pockets, but instead searches the ground. But hey, it works. Now we have to go to his apartment to see if we can find this virus software. We nearly look everywhere. He has 2 computer screens, and I'm sure he watches nothing but porn. I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. He probably Bluetooths it straight to his big TV so that he can fully immerse himself in this filth. Anyways, Ferguson was actually doing his job instead of thinking of something stupid. He's really going to get his money's worth, which is kind of odd because he doesn't even do the finale with me, but we will get into that into a moment. We completed the mission. Now it's time for the finale. Ferguson couldn't do this with me, so I'm going to bring in Parks_Wilson17. And for those of you that don't know, I'm just going to tell you this is my 4-year-old son. Yes, I let my 4-year-old son play Grand Theft Auto, Father of the Year right here. It's either that or let him watch Steven Seagal movies from the late 80s to early 90s. And yes, that was actually my childhood. Please don't give me hate comments for this. Let's continue. The finale of this one is actually super difficult. It was harder than I expected, and the mission says that we have to do damage to the transport, but that's extremely hard. 1, this is a mobile operations center, and 2, they are pretty much indestructible, and we only have a few weapons to choose from, and maybe I didn't choose the right weapon loadout actually, so if somebody knows the best one, please let me know in the comments. So basically I die first and then Parker dies. The game lets Parker spectate and I continue, but it does not last long though. But hey, failing and restarting in these new missions are a lot like getting the participation ribbon in kindergarten. It literally bumps you as if you passed, like a pat on the back. Either that or a kick in the nuts, I'm not really sure, but it basically puts you where you have to go into the mobile operations center and kill some guys. Of course, I don't exactly know this, and I get killed almost immediately, and Parker killed him for me. Yes, my 4-year-old is better at GTA than I am, and it's a sad world we live in when 4-year-olds teach our 28-year-old dads how to play a video game that's been out longer than they've been alive. But needless to say, we failed it a second time as soon as I exited the mission area. So we have to do it again, but at least this time we know what we're in for and that people are waiting for us. I'm not 100% sure what Parker is doing right now because I think he's just driving around for some reason, but it's all good because I got most of the crates and I did not die this time. It was a near miss, but we did it. 3rd time is a charm. I did hear that this is probably the hardest one to do actually, so if you can do this one, the rest of them should probably be really easy solo, especially because I did have help and Parker is actually a pretty decent player for a 4-year-old. So yeah, I get 166,000 and Parker gets 50,000 and I ranked up, which is cool, and that's what I've learned from this. Whoever you play with, your friends never get the full amount, but they get $50,000, which is still better than most. So that's it. This was the Superdollar Deal, and I hope you guys enjoyed this format of this video. I kind of wanted to do something a little bit different with the way that I narrate stuff. If you enjoyed me doing videos like story type format or whatever, just let me know in the comments, and also like this video, and again, subscribe if you're new, and don't forget to join my Discord and check out me on TikTok, and I will see you guys later. Peace.